No, we got to do a little higher than that shit then. It was rolling before. Now, y'all do the arterials, right? So you can go up a little higher. Just go ahead and cut loose like you was before. Clever. Jackma. I'm the record song. Put her room. And pun. And on. Left hook. Yama. Organ. Trigger. Baba. Locky. Bella. Fire. Julia. Sip. Netherlands. Bella. Vishnu. Bardini. Amasandra. Shakti. Shiva. Indasura. Chandra. Sita. Harman. Lakshmi. Yensaya. Cthulhu. Yapato. Anthrapo. Nilahata. Shubnigara. Daban. Daban. Nakumpa. Undalanga. Ukurakum. Segment. Dashet. Dashet. Sinum. Focus. Aha. Sabbath. Papanen. Popwaret. Mott. Mott. Nilabum. Minkum. Minkusilva. Yimpak Sing Sing. Ramalatum. Okay, let's see. All right. Damarado. Malaysia. Agambati. Bridget. Ogupari. Ogusendo. Pazuri. Leva. Erano. Vapa. Alati. Abapa. Odunawa. Arula. Oshosi. Olagoon. Ogun. Shango. Oshun. Elegba. Ishu. Imija. Oya. Arisha Oku. All right, let's keep on going. After Raziel, Haziel, Bubiel, Michael, Haniel, Lakmiel, Atan, Medra Atan, Metatron. Keep on going. Buddha, Ishtar, Anana, Maja, Maduku. After, let's see. Tablet, Raheru Kahudi, Papa Clock, Kutumi. Okay, let's see here. Ready? Keep on going. We got some more to go now. Ka, Ba, Ab, Ku, Sahu, Ka Tablet, Cat, Shechem, Osan Suk, Sut, Ama, Neama, Ba, Na, Ama, Nomo, Yugaru, Tuntu, Digitalia stages. Keep on going. Inna, Buzima, Tamara, Ishunku, Tamara, Mabuli, Marambo, Rarum Kawi, Tamu, Namu, Asal, Mumuzi, Bodo, Da, Sergo, Joto, Fa, Yi, Mawa, Steve, Mala and Light Lisa, Legda, Akanapan, Okra, Nataro, Mokya, Sansaman, Samansmo, Sansaban, Akanapan, Tiani, Sansabam. Okay. To all gods known and unknown, you know the drill. To the Davis family, to the Shaw family, to the Hemmitt family. Okay, so when I count to three, start calling out your family members. 1, 2, 3. Keep on. Ashe, 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 Ashe. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess the energy is here, so you make it, you whenever you want to do your announcement, whatever. We cool.
hear for the drummer. Give the drummer some. Ooh, I don't see how you stand that light. Huh? Huh? She's a drummer, right? I said give the drummer some. That's everybody. Okay. Thank you for coming out. I know that there'll probably be even more of you come on out later on. Don't forget that next Sunday, let me stop the humming. Let me see why we're getting humming. What's up with this humming? Oh. Somebody speak loud. Yeah, turn the volume down on that. The big one. Yeah. Okay, turn it down. Only say just turn it down. You still hear us back there, though, right? Okay. I'm not talking about from here, but from the amp back there. You hear it from the speakers? Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, tonight we have a special night, but I've got to take this light out of my face to understand what Henry would be saying now. How's Bobby doing? Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's like I can't see you. I know there's a bunch of black people out there, but I don't see you. Yeah. Anyway, we have a special night tonight, and AIC is producing this, and we want to also let you know that you can rent this place anytime you want to rent this place. Sister Ya, can you stick your head outside, please? Are you around, Sister Ya? She is the one you contact in case you want this place. Want to say hello to everybody? Okay. Okay, turn it. Okay. Okay, and see, the thing is that she's going to have a baby any day now. Let's hear it for the new arrival. And that's Daddy O over there. Oba. Let's hear Oba. The food is already ready in case y'all want to go back there, get yourself dinner, whatever. It's reasonable. There's sorrow and lemonade. Okay? And let's see, what else? Next Sunday at 722 Nostrand Avenue, we're going to have a bad, out-of-sight lecture there. Any of you all who've been listening to Henry D. Bernardo since September of 1996 telling you about grids. Now, that y'all might have heard about it before, but it's the first time I ever heard about it. And I think a lot of y'all heard the same time I did. That first time we ever heard about the grid was with Henry D. Bernardo, and let's hear it for that brother back there, because he's bad. He came and told us about how this, but the only thing about him, I'm going to tell you a little secret, don't tell nobody, he ain't going to hear this. He'll tell you about the grids, he'll tell you where they're located, but he's scared to go there. Did you hear that? Me and two other sisters went up to Syracuse to tap. We didn't know what the hell we doing either, to tell you the truth. We don't even know if we were on it or around it, on top of it or whatever. We just knew the area was there, and we were there, and we was just calling on the ancestors and doing our thing. So, I don't know, it seems like I'm doing right because all of you are coming out and you're listening to some good information and you're here. Give yourself a nice round of applause. Now we're going to start off with this brother all the way from Atlanta. And you've heard him since March of 1994. And he has turned a lot of us out. You know, a lot of folks, I ain't going to say you, but a lot of people come out and they hear Bobby. They don't know what the hell Bobby's saying. They just know he's a comedian. And he be saying something, sometimes it just go way over this way. And the shit is deep. If you are into the spiritual realm of the, as you call it, the esoteric and the, what other kind of teric? Esoteric, esoteric. Well, he be telling you this stuff, and he also gives you rituals that you can do that can help you. The brothers don't tell you about all of that. So I want you all to really give this Atlanta brother via South Carolina nice Brooklyn applause. Mr. Bobby Hemmitt.
You want to, he said you got to set up, so you want to take let them go in after I finish, and then he can set up his stuff right. No. After I finish, he can do it. He can come set up, I can move my stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Like that.
You want to do it that way? I'm just saying, that's up to you. Okay. Later on, I'm going to give the ritual, the healing ritual. I have a ritual. I told the people, the ones who just got here, I told them, and I want to put this on tape. We gave the other two rituals Friday night, and I put them on tape. So, and I gave those rituals again before we started. So I wanted to put this particular ritual on tape also, too. We gave the two money rituals, and we'll repeat that, too, in question and answer or whatever. But the two money rituals and all, or you can get with somebody. Most of the people in here has it, get with somebody. And did I mention you supposed to put the honey on top of the letter? Did I say that? Take the honey, put the honey on top of the letter that you put in the plate. On top of the parchment paper that you put in the plate. Do that. And I'm going to give the healing ritual. Like I said, I got a ritual. The money ritual, one of the money rituals is the Vodun. The other ritual is coming from the Yoruba. And in this particular ritual, this healing ritual is the Obatala ritual, which, deals with the light or the white or the purification. And so that ritual, like I said, I had my brother who's a year older than me, and I have a brother a year younger than me, which we are like a year apart. The oldest brother, he had a daughter in 91. He had a daughter in 91, and the daughter was born with a half a heart. They didn't know until about 7 days later. Anyway, I did this ritual on a Friday night, and they shipped the child they all rolled up and shipped the child to Philadelphia by that Monday. And by that Monday, I did the ritual on a Friday, and by that Monday night, that Monday afternoon, that child had a whole heart. So this was a still enough ritual. For if you got somebody that's on AIDS, anything that you can think of that a person is dying physically, this ritual will help. AIDS, cancer, heart attack, stroke, any of this stuff, this particular ritual will help. As a matter of fact, the Africans have a ritual for everything. They got a ritual that can stop a bullet. They got a ritual that can actually start the heart back beating after you die. They got a ritual that can bring a body back to life. They have these rituals, but what happened is when the white man came in, they had to suppress the ritual. Because it's hell. We see all the hell we caught with the cracker, not knowing nothing. Can you imagine what happened if he would have had those rituals? So the rituals had to go underground. So and after a while, it's lost. After a while, it becomes lost, and you only have a few families throughout all of Africa that still hold on to these rituals. You see what I'm saying? A few families throughout all Africa still hold on to these rituals. Now, I want to break down something right quick because I only have about an hour and a half or whatever to talk. So I want to break down one thing, and I'm going to explain something to you at this particular time and this particular juncture. At this particular juncture, any God that you know of, and this is something that is very hard to imagine, because we've all been stuck in fundamentalism in some form or the other, whether it be Islamic fundamentalism, Judeo fundamentalism, or Christian fundamentalism, whereas basically you are subservient to a deity. And in the Bible, where it tells you in John chapter 10, verse 34, 36, that is it not written in your law that ye are gods, you are the God. So now in this particular time, reason why a lot of things are not happening, you pray all the time, and things still don't get no better. All your family members about dying, all your people getting killed and all this here. Why is that? Why is it now that black people who pray more than anybody in the world, still catch more hell, and the white man don't have to pray at all and still living in a life of luxury. You understand what I'm saying? That is because at this particular time, you don't supposed to be praying to nobody. Praying is begging. And you must understand time cycles. There was time cycles when we were ignorant, where the spirit realm, which is a part of you, protected you. And your prayer was nothing but an invocation to call on that spirit. But at this particular time, the prayers have run out where you're supposed to become the actual God that you are praying to, which is inside of you. You understand where I'm coming from? So now to pray to a God outside of yourself, you understand what I mean, is failing. So even when you look at the Orishas, because now we have gone back to African traditional religions, some of you are looking at the Netters, which is the Egyptian side or the Kemetic side. Some of you are looking at the Orishas, which is the Yoruba. Some of you are looking at the Loa, which is the Vodun, or what you call voodoo. Some of you are looking, some of the Islamic people looking at the 99 attributes of Allah. The key is that some of the people have tapped into the actual angelic system that was separated from the actual Bible. Michael, Gabriel, Haniel, Bubiel, and all this here, that you get reconnected in your Kabbalistic deities. The key is that those deities only work from inside out. They only are a part of the systems of your body. Now, the key is this. If you are answering to a deity, Father, if you are answering to a deity, I'll tell you what you have to do. You have to, because see what it is they say that all this stuff getting trampled over. Something, you have to hold it in your hand somewhere, because that's what the sisters in there say. They say they can't have you stepping back and forth, so, you know, just hold it in your hand or either try to give a seat or something. What, you think, is that cool? You can put it back there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, well, cool, you know, whatever. Yeah, because she's not up that far. Okay, that's cool. But anyway, what the deal is this. Dealing with this particular information, if you are praying to a deity or your concept of a deity is above you, you're losing power. You are one either with the gods, because your soul is just as old as any other god that's out there. Now, what's happening? Take the instance. We have now refound the Yoruba religion. And it's the fastest growing religion out. And yes, we revere the Nigerian priests and all that's coming about, but I want to ask you something. Why is it that the Nigerian priests can have a religion so strong as the actual Orishas, yet they can't stop the white man from fucking them in the ass? Use the expression. You know, we're all grown here, so I don't have to bite my tongue. You know what I'm talking about here. Let's not be funny with this mess. A curse word is not a curse word, but a simple doggone fact. When the English language was invented, you understand what I'm saying? We were already dead. My point is when the spiritual laws was laid down, the English language wasn't even in existence. So how could this be a curse word? You understand what I'm saying? You just tripping on somebody else's culture. But since we adopted this as the official expression of the ghetto, this is the way we talk to our people and all, because you get the point when I use them fucking adjectives and them phrases that way. Like my mama say, she an English teacher, she say, it sounds better when I cuss your ass out. Now, and she miss AKA and all that. But still, all them years of education, she said, no, still got to get nigger with your behind. And that's the way I was raised. Now, my point is this. My point is this. Why is it that they haven't been able to wipe the crack off the continent? Why is it that Nigeria is probably one of the most messed up places in the world? With all the so-called Yoruba, you understand what I'm saying? The whole Ife divination is because the priests, based on colonization, it used to be a mystery system just like it was in Egypt, where you would go in and be initiated to become God. That's the key down here, becoming God. Anything else, you just in another form of fundamentalism. Becoming God, that's the key. Generator, operator, and destroyer, G-O-D, which is dog spelled backwards, which is the dog star. Which is the dog star. It says, I set up a ladder to the gods, but I am one of them. And I holler like a goose until they hear my prayer. Let me get you the book of, it's in the book of coming 4 or 5 days. Let me give you the book of the dead number. The book of the dead, the book of coming 4 or 5 days has certain has certain spells of certain chapters. Let me give you the number so you can read it for yourself. That's going to be, let me get it right here. That's going to be spell number 149 in the book of Coming 4 or 5 Days. Spell number 149. I set up a latitude of God, but I am one of them. And I holler like a goose until they hear my prayer and report it to Sirius. Well, wait a minute. If you're one of the gods, why do the other gods have to hear your prayer? You're talking from the outside inward. The heaven that you are responding to is in here. You understand where I'm coming from? So when we pour the libations to the ancestors, why do you have to pour libations if you are God? Because what you're doing is, understand the system. When you do, certain systems became mundane or fundamentalistic over the years, where you started worshiping things. Let me explain this. You have in the Islam tradition, you have the 99 attributes of Allah. Now, if you get a book called a Sufi Book of Healing, they'll give you every attribute and what that attribute is. And you say, you know, and they have El Nur, El Sadeh, this El is, and each name that you call out is a mantra. You know what a mantra is? A mantra, Om, Thou. And a mantra is nothing but a telephone call to the inside of your own deepest subconscious. So when you pour these libations and you get a rattle going on, Raziel, Kaziel, Heru, and all of these particular deities, it's a mantra signaling a call to the inside of the collective unconsciousness known as melanin or the black dot or the inner temple inside of you. So the rituals are gasoline that empowers your ass. You understand where I'm coming from? Because you are the ancestors and you are the gods. So the reason why the rituals are not working the way they're supposed to work is because the simple fact is there's different dimensions, and a ritual will work according to what mindset you're on. Case in point, let me give you an example. For the last 2 or 3 years, I had to battle with this thing myself. And around the end of 94 and 95, I was battling with it real deep because there wasn't nothing happening. And I got to the point that I started cussing out the ancestors now. Wait a minute now. Hold on now, because see, the thing about it is, the problem with what we are set on, we deal with everything literally. And we don't understand the concept. Now, that went right over your head there. That nigga crazy. That's because automatically you have been taught to worship something. The ancestors ain't no more than your brothers and sisters, and your soul is just as old as theirs. You understand what I'm saying? And some of the same ancestors that you're calling on has reincarnated, and that's you. You understand where I'm coming from? The ancestors would not work for me at all as long as I was subservient to them. Now, when I first started out being real humble at first, yes, they would work for me, but when I developed a certain degree of knowledge, it's like going into adulthood. It's just like when, you move out of the house. The first time you've been out of the house and you get a brand new house, but you calling your mama over to cook for you. She said, wait a minute, hold on, you grown now. You're going to have to fend for yourself. You understand where I'm coming from? Well, with a certain degree of knowledge, you take on a certain degree of responsibility. So when I was calling on them, the call wasn't bad, but my mindset on the way I was viewing them as someone above me or not me being with them, with the crew. You understand? Being down with the crew, other than thinking the crew is over me, the thing is you are separating because you are drunk on this physical body, which is an illusion. You understand? So after a while, when I started talking to them, the same damn way I started talking to my boys that I was, my boy come over.